gathered here tonight to formally recognize those students who have just earned the honor to be inducted into Panther Valley's chapter of the National Honor Society. Before we begin this evening's formal ceremony, I would ask that you all please rise as seniors Matthew Santor and Jacob Taris lead us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. NHS membership is one of the greatest honors bestowed upon a high school student. I can personally relate to and share in that sense of accomplishment with these young adults seated on the stage tonight, for I too am a member of the National Honor Society. 44 years ago, I sat on this very stage, one of 25 students who were being honored at Panther Valley's inaugural NHS induction ceremony. Since then, I have endeavored to instill its four virtues into my everyday life. It is a great honor for me to stand here tonight as advisor of the Panther Valley chapter of the National Honor Society, and I am pleased to have you join me in this prestigious organization, which has positively shaped my personal and professional life. You are a deserving group of students, and it is my hope that you too will embrace these ideals and allow them to continue to permeate your lives. Congratulations. And now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce this year's NHS President, Gianna Steber.
Five candles stand before us, with each candle symbolizing a part of the ceremony taking place tonight. The candle just lit represents the flame of eternal knowledge and the continuing advancement of education. It also marks the beginning of tonight's program. Now please sit back and enjoy the musical selection performed by Senior Andrew Strocek and Junior Logan Polak.
Pictures have drawn, we can be anything we want. Hey, 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 hey. Write the song and write the story of this life in all its glory. Take the time to make each moment count. It's your home, grab the chance, have it once, have it all, 'cause we're all unfinished songs waiting for the best part to come along. Hey, 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 and we're all pictures have drawn. We can be anything we want. Hey, 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 and we're all unfinished songs waiting for the best part to come along. Hey, 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 hey. You can write the song and write the story.
Thank you, Andrew and Logan. Good evening, parents, family members, students, faculty, and administrators. As president of the Panther Valley chapter of National Honor Society, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 43rd induction ceremony. The National Honor Society was created in order to incite, reward, and encourage academic excellence, as well as service, leadership, and character. Tonight, 15 new members are being inducted into this prestigious organization. 2 of these new members are seniors and 13 are juniors. They were selected by 5 faculty members based on their character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Our chapter is actively involved in many wonderful organizations and service projects, including Toys for Tots, local fire company breakfast, Santa's Workshop, Dr. Seuss Day, Carmen County Senior Games, PB Elementary Fun Day, and many more. As Howard Coolidge once said, no person was ever honored for what he received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave. Each member will be celebrated and recognized for their exceptional attitudes and integrity. The 5 candles set before you represent key aspects of the National Honor Society. At the center stands the white candle of eternal knowledge. It is flanked by 4 gold candles, each of which symbolize one of the 4 virtues of the National Honor Society. At this time, I would like to introduce this year's National Honor Society Secretary, Megan Boyle, who will tell you about scholarship.
The flame of this candle is the flame of scholarship, which signifies wisdom and commitment to learning. This is the first of the requirements for admission to the National Honor Society. Its members have inquiring minds, a capacity for hard work, and an eagerness for knowledge and faithfulness to their studies. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. The student who is willing to spend hours reading and studying knows the lasting benefits of a curious mind. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education only ends with life itself. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Nelson Mandela said it best, "A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination, but when you add that to a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special."
At this time, I would like to introduce this year's National Honor Society Treasurer, Jessica Markovich, who will now tell you about service.
The flame of this candle is the flame of service. Service can be described in various ways. It means more than work. It is striving and laboring for the benefit of others, not just to one's school or family, but to one's community and country as well. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or individual recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and our abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. As Winston Churchill said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give.
At this time, I would like to introduce this year's Panther Valley Class President, Thaddeus Cardish, who will now tell you about leadership.
The flame of the scandal is a flame of leadership. It embodies growth. Those who stand upon their own initiative are the leaders of life, but while leading, they must grow by listening to those who are wiser. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. The real leader takes the initiative and strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. Its price, though, is sacrifice. The willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. Leadership is always needed, and thus is a meaningful charge of each of our members. In the words of our 32nd President, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, real leaders are ordinary people with extraordinary determination.
Finally, I would like to introduce this year's National Honor Society Vice President, Hadassah Fry, who will now tell you about character.